What is happening, my friends? This is Matt with Bastone Guitars here. Thought I'd do a kind of short video here. Just for content's sake, I thought I would kind of show something that I've kept to myself for a while. I've been working in slow motion on this one. This is my current bass build. It's I've got two of them back here that I've built in their entirety, start to finish, from lumber. And I've got two more that are in progress. This is the one that's furthest along, so I thought this is one we would take the time to talk about. This one right here, this is a new body shape that I came up with. It's nothing extreme or anything. I just wanted to come up with something a little more traditional but modern at the same time than my Providence shape, which is what my red one is called. But anyway, this piece of walnut here is locally sourced. I was able to buy it from a guy just right a few miles away from my parents' house. And this guy, this is Wisconsin grown walnut that he had, and it's a one-piece chunk of wood that I was able to get from him for a really good price. So this is a single piece of walnut. There's no joints in it, and it's a really interesting bit of grain. This thing is going to just pop when it's oiled. I'm pretty sure I'm going to oil it. It would look really cool with a gloss finish, I bet, though. It's going to have some real depth to this. All this crazy grain, though, this thing is like a piece of iron. It is not easy to shape. But that being said, all the hardest stuff is done. I've already routed the pickups. I've cut for the controls, control cavity. I've got a walnut control cavity cover that I made that fits right in there. There's a little bit of, I think I want to do a little more massaging to the neck pocket yet. It's a little bit of a tricky fit with the neck that I made for it. I think I can get it a little better yet. And they don't need to be so obscenely tight. Right now it's so tight that I can barely get the thing in there. So I have some room to work with it yet and get things working better. But anyway, body-wise, one piece Wisconsin grown walnut right here with some really crazy grain. Just got to get to the shaping on this thing, but other than that, it's going to be pretty much ready to go. Pickups and hardware-wise, I've got a set of Bartoli jazz pickups. I'm going to install them without active electronics. If it doesn't have enough oomph, maybe I'll upgrade it to, or I shouldn't say upgrade, but maybe I will update it with some active electronics. But I'm not an active guy. I like passive basses. I used to love active electronics. It's not my bag anymore. I've got some Goto tuners for it, like I've had on all my basses, and then this is the first time I'm trying the Hipshot Kick-Ass Bridge. I've got black hardware for this one. Everything else, you know, I won't bore you with details of knobs and crap like that. As far as the neck goes, though, I think this is going to be a cool look together. This is one of my necks that I made. It's got my 3/1 headstock that I always use. Hopefully Music Man never sues me. Considering I've never sold any of these guitars, I don't think they should. But flat sawn maple neck. It's got steel reinforcement bars in it. It's got, this is the first bass I built with a two-way adjustable truss rod, so I can actually add relief as well as remove it. And I put the spoke wheel style at the body. Abalone dot inlays, and a Purpleheart fretboard. Now, people love to tell me that this Purpleheart is going to turn brown. Here's the funny thing I've found with my personal experience with Purpleheart. I started this neck in early 2021, so it's been kind of sitting here and half built, and I kind of pick it up and work on it, and then I put it away for a while. At this point, it just needs finish sanding and staining, basically, or oiling. But when I got this piece of wood and I started and I cut it to size, the sides of the fretboard turned brown on me. Then when I radiused it, I do that with a sanding block, it turned brown when I did that. After it sat out for a couple of days, it turned purple again. It's been purple ever since. People love to say that Purpleheart's going to turn brown on you. If you leave it out in the open, it turns brown right away. Maybe it's a UV thing. I don't know. I've done a lot of work on this neck outdoors, and it's not changing on me. I've seen a lot of older Purpleheart necks and Purpleheart in guitars that doesn't turn necessarily. So I don't know. I'm not trying to tell you that it won't turn brown, and if it does turn brown, it's not like that's the end of the world. I didn't pick it strictly because I need a purple neck. I just think it's a really cool wood, and I like the way it looks. And once it's oiled, I guess we'll see how it ages. Maybe it'll stay purple, maybe it'll turn brown. But I find every time I cut it, the freshly cut surfaces are brown. After a few days, they turn purple, and in all the pieces I've worked with have stayed purple after they've been cut out for a few days. So I've been told oxidation turns them brown. It seems like the oxidation turns it purple. I don't know. I'm not telling you one way or the other. My experience is limited. This is the first guitar I've built with Purpleheart. Warmoth fret wire I used here. It's a 12-inch radius. I've got a piece of bone to make the nut out of. That's the only other thing. I need to finish out this the nut slot here, flatten out the bottom of it, and make a nut. That's not a real big job for me. But I think this is a really cool looking combination here. I'm not going to jam this neck all the way in there because it is tight and it's humid in here right now. It's been sitting out here for, like I said, I've been working on it for a long time, but I think this thing's going to be pretty badass when it's all said and done. Walnut Purpleheart, 2-way truss rod, black hardware, Bartoli pickups. Going to basically functionally just be another jazz bass, but I think it's going to be a really cool jazz bass, and I haven't decided yet if this is going to be a bass I keep or if it's going to be a bass I sell. I've never sold any of the basses I've built, and I'm not against selling any of them. It's just that it's got to be worth somebody's money. I'm not going to try to sell somebody a bass unless I'm 1000% sure that I'm never going to hear a complaint about it. So the other two basses I have are really great, but I don't think I am that confident to ever want to sell them, and I like them too much. I play them all the time. They're my main basses other than my Fender P basses that I play too. So it'll be really cool to see how this one turns out, and this will be my first one with a 2-way truss rod. So I'm hoping that this one's maybe a little easier to dial in than my other ones, maybe a little more forgiving, but this is going to be a cool bass when it's all said and done. I've also got a fretless that I'm working on, and that is made, the body is a unbelievable piece of spalted alder that I can't wait to show you guys, but it's not far enough along to really talk about. So this one, I did all this work in a matter of a week or two, and then I kind of sidelined the project and just let it sit, because I have so many guitars to play. I don't have a whole lot of motivation to work on this one. I don't want to sell it, so I'm just kind of working on it when I'm inspired to work on it, because that's when it's fun to work on them. So hopefully now that I have kind of let the cat out of the bag and I've shown people this, maybe I'll be more inspired to try to get down the home stretch, because there's not a lot of work left here to do, honestly. I can get this thing whipped together in pretty short order if I put my mind to it, but been a little lazy about it, and like I said, I have no reason to hurry, so I'm kind of trying to enjoy it while I'm working on it. So anyway, this is bass number 3 of the Bastone bass collection that I'm working on. And I really can't wait to finish it up, and we'll see how it plays compared to the other ones and how it sounds. First time building a bass with Bartoli, so that'll be an interesting change. All my other ones I've built have got Fenders in them, or else I've had Seymour Duncans in one of them at one point. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Hope you guys, I know that my personal home-built basses aren't the most popular videos I've made, but hey, this is what excites me more than my looking at 150th video of a P bass, which I like that too, but this is what I like, is building them from scratch. It's something to be proud of, and it's something cool when you can write a song or play a song with your friends and you're playing on an instrument that wouldn't exist without you. So I highly encourage anybody who's ever considered trying to build a guitar to just bite the bullet and make it happen, because I convinced myself that I didn't have the skills necessary for a long time. And to be honest, if you know how to operate tools and you know anything about reading a tape measure, all the information in the world is out there to teach you how to build a guitar, and you can do it. I'm sure you can. If I can do it, then you can do it. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm better than you. I don't think so, but I think you can build one. I can build one. So anyway, hopefully I'll be back here really soon, and we'll see some progress on this, and I look forward to playing it for all you guys, and then hearing how I'm not much of a bass player. But that's okay, because I like building, I like playing, I like everything about this, and I'm not a professional musician, and I'm not a professional luthier, so no reason to let anyone throwing shade slow me down. So thanks again. We'll be back hopefully sooner than later. Take care.